Through the brand audit project, Break Free from Plastic is really working towards three main long-term goals. Number one, shifting the narrative. By collecting data on this plastic waste, we are strengthening our ability to change the story we have been told about who is responsible for the plastic problem and how to solve it. With brand audits, we shift the narrative of responsibility back to the companies that created the plastics in the first place to expose their false solutions and demand real change. Number two, we are holding plastic polluting companies accountable. In our annual brand audit report, we reveal the data showing which companies were found to pollute the most places with the most plastic waste. This holds the top polluting companies accountable for their leading role in the plastic pollution crisis. And number three, we're building a global movement, and we're so glad that you can be a part of it with us. Movement building is key to shifting policies, companies, and culture. Our campaigns deeply rely on this people power to stand up to powerful companies. So thanks for being part of this with us. Every year since 2018, we have analyzed the data recorded by Break Free from Plastic members around the world, like you, and published a global brand audit report revealing the top polluting companies and describing the changes we want to see from them. If you haven't seen our reports already, do check them out. You can find them on our website. We work really hard on them and would really appreciate it if you check them out. There's lots to learn. So find them on our website if you haven't already seen them. Last year in 2020, these were the top 10 global polluters. So these are the parent companies that own dozens, if not hundreds, of fast-moving consumer goods brands like packaged food and consumer care products. So if you think of your typical walk through a modern grocery store, all of those products packaged in single-use plastics, that's what we mean by fast-moving consumer goods. For the third year in a row, brand audit data revealed the Coca-Cola company to be the #1 top global plastics polluter. With close to 14,000 branded Coca-Cola plastic products recorded in 51 countries, this brought Coca-Cola up to more than the next two top global polluters combined. So in terms of the number of pieces of branded plastics found, Coca-Cola really takes it away. Our message to these corporate polluters is quite simple. We want to see them reveal their total global plastic footprint, reduce the amount of plastic they produce, and reinvent their packaging to be reusable or refillable. What we want is transparency, reduction at the source, and wasteless product redesign. While our brand audit initiative is still quite new, we're only entering our 4th year of doing brand audits so far, but we have already seen some really exciting impacts. Major international media outlets like The Guardian, CNN, BBC, and others have written about our report, amplifying the call for holding corporate polluters accountable and influencing the dominant plastics narrative. BFFP members have also used brand audit data to pass bans on single-use plastic, create zero waste communities and plastic-free schools, file lawsuits against the top polluting companies, and advocate for policy change through extended producer responsibility and deposit return systems. We've also seen the top polluting companies announce new sustainability commitments. This is a really big step in the right direction, but unfortunately, still not ambitious enough, which is why our work with brand audits continues. So in just a few years, the brand audit initiative has evolved into one of the most powerful tools uniting the Break Free from Plastic movement. Brand audits hold massive potential to pressure companies to be more sustainable, and it's already starting to work. Corporate polluters are beginning to hear us and respond to our demands. But as we push for greater corporate accountability, many corporations are still pushing back with false solutions, like relying on recycling alone with no reductions, or simply switching to other throwaway materials. But efforts like these do not get to the heart of the problem because they continue to justify and perpetuate disposability. We have to remember that when we throw something away, there really is no away. We live on a finite planet. So throwing something away is often just a way of putting it out of sight, out of mind, and into somebody else's backyard for other people to deal with. To truly solve the plastic problem, top polluting brands need to immediately reveal, reduce, and redesign. This is an opportunity, it's an invitation for corporations to use their resources, their big budgets, their research and design teams to innovate their business models and design waste out of packaging altogether. We have to keep the pressure on to keep trying until they get it right.